DIECAST NORBZ is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say so. Viewer and parental discretion is advised. Welcome to a new episode of DIECAST NORBZ Activate. I'm DIECAST NORBZ Galactic Hooligan, and I really appreciate you all for joining me today. It looks like BotCon 2024 has actually left and everything, and like a lot of people have actually gone. I wasn't able to go there or anything, but I am really thoroughly enjoying all your photos and your videos, guys. I'm actually going to be checking out each and every one of your videos really soon and everything, because I really wanted to get a chance to see your experiences out there and everything. I haven't really had like a whole lot of time to like really sit down and devote myself to grinding on each and every one of these videos and everything like that, because I really need to see. But it looks like such amazing things and everything. Everybody actually got a chance to meet Frank Welker and everything, which is actually extraordinary on its own, you know? I am really hopeful that the next time that BotCon actually comes up, I'm planning on thinking about going over to Chicago's BotCon for 2025. So I know a lot of you are actually thinking about going there. I'm also contemplating Toronto just for the superpowers, you know, but like I would really love to go there too and everything. But let's get into the video itself and everything. And as far as these elections are actually going, whoever you have voted for, awesome. I'm glad that you actually went out there and voiced your opinions on like who you actually wanted to vote for. To whoever actually got their guy in, awesome. To whoever like lost their wonderful lass of justice and everything like that, I am really sorry about that. I feel you. But the most important thing that we can actually do is learn and move on from these things and everything. And then, like, you know, each and every one of my friends out there and everything, you guys actually know who you are. You know, no matter what diverse path of the political landscape that you actually are, we're all still friends. We all believe in these plastic, these plastic toys that actually brought us together and everything. It's actually because of this that we've actually become like one fantastic union of Transformers them and everything. I really appreciate each and every one of you for joining me today. It's great having you over. Today we're actually going to be doing Quake. I've been dying to like actually get this review done and everything, because I've actually seen a lot of people actually meet this guy with chagrin, but I love this guy so much. This guy is actually really awesome. Let's check this guy out. Welcome to the review. Right now, we're actually just gonna take a look at the side of the package right over here. We actually see Quake with all of his goodness and his blasters, you know? There goes Heater, there goes Tip Top, you know? So like, this is actually gonna be great. And who knew, you know, G1ified, you know, who knew that that would actually be a great decision right there, you know what I mean? I did. But this guy is actually great. I love this guy a lot. Let's get over to the review station. If you haven't already, please hit the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'd really appreciate it. I'm actually trying to get my viewership to my first 1,000 for years now. And I'd really appreciate each and every one of your help. Thank you for joining Dr. Demon in his last review. I don't know how I got possessed once again and everything like that. I'm pretty sure he's around somewhere, you know? He's always lurking. He's always, I don't know, like, getting scared. Anyway, let's get into the review and everything like before everything starts going dark, you know? Anyway, thank you again. If you actually want the DIECAST NORBZ logo t-shirts and everything like that, and the one with my face on it, you can actually head over to TeePublic. I'll actually have them there. Link will actually be right in the description below. In any case, welcome. I will talk to you in the review stage. And who is coming in, blasting his way into the stage? It is Quake. Today we're actually going to be talking about Transformers Legacy Quake. This guy is actually really cool. I love everything that's actually going on here, and that is not hyperbole, my friends. This guy is actually really cool. I love him a lot. Let's just take off the blast effects right over here so you can actually check this guy out, and let me give you a little bit more light here and everything so you can actually see exactly what I'm talking about on this guy, because he is just such a great little mini tank and everything. Let me just take off. Let me just take this guy right off over here. There goes Tip Top, and then there goes Heater. And then we'll actually get into these little guys in just a second, because these guys are actually great. They are Target Masters that are actually given over to Quake, and this, let me get a little bit more clarity here and everything. There we go. These guys are actually pretty fun. I wish I actually had like the G1 versions of these, but from what I'm actually understanding, they are not that far off from like what we actually had with the G1 versions. I am loving what we're actually seeing over here with this guy. Just let me bring the camera in a little bit more. Can I? There we go. See, and there we go. We actually have this guy's face right over here. That's actually really nice. He's actually got like all this armor on the sides and everything like that. Kind of like makes me think that he's actually kind of like more like routed for construction more than anything else. I'm loving these missile silos that are actually right on his shoulder and everything like that. I kind of wish that he at least had like moving arms and everything. You know, I really wish the same thing of Heater also and everything. And then we'll bring Heater in here, and there we go. He's actually got like a lot of blue, like a little bit of red on his trousers and everything. A lot of good glossy black paint right over here. So he's actually really cool also. Just let me give you a little bit more into him. It looks like he actually has these really cool visors going on here and everything. So like very nice. And these guys are actually just like really great. And they transform similarly. All you have to do is unfold right over here and right over here, and then there goes blasters and everything all together and everything like that, which are actually really nicely modeled. Again, not too far off from what we actually had in G1, and they both are blast effects compatible. So just let me just show that off right here, and then right here. And there we go. So you could actually have a load of fun with these guys and everything. They're just like really cool. But Quake altogether, I am loving all the little details that are actually going on to this. I love all the rivets going on into his turret right over here. Kind of wish his turret actually turned a lot more easily without removing his barrel here and everything like that in order to make any turn whatsoever or anything. But he's actually just like a really cool kawaii like mini tank and everything like that. I really like this. The treads are actually really nice. No wheels, you know. Damn it, Hasbro. Like, I kind of wish that they actually kind of like would at least give him a little bit of rollability and everything. I know the emphasis might be more on play than like than functionality and everything like that, or imagination as opposed to functionality. And I'm actually assuming that they're actually kind of like getting the adult collector right there and everything. But he's still really nice though, and like all these maroons and like this blue is actually dazzling. I really love that a lot, you know. I kind of like would love to see an Autobot version of this and everything actually, you know. Like I would love to like actually see like a not like a slam dance or something like that, but like a slam or something, because we actually have a slam dance, something that actually tank like and everything like that, like Kablowie or something. Yeah, like I would love to see like Autobot colors in this and everything, but he's actually really cool. The detailing is actually really extraordinary going on in here. Very nice. And if you want a quick comparison, just let me give you like these blast effects right over here. If I'm actually going to go into saying one thing against this guy and everything, is that I just kind of wish that the turret was like a little bit wider and everything, you know, because I know it's actually supposed to resemble like more of I would tend to think of World War II tank or something, you know, but here he goes with SKULLGRIN, the character he was actually made from and everything, really. So like it's actually really cool that they actually have like all these little differences and everything like that, from like space tank to Earthian tank and everything all together, you know. And again, just taking these away from SKULLGRIN right over here and this over here. I just really wish that he could have actually had like a wider turret and everything. I really love the way this looks, you know? I just kind of wish that this was actually implemented right here, you know? But very cool. There goes the quick comparison. Let me give you this right here, and then, you know, you see how much shorter this guy actually is, you know, as opposed to what we actually had with SKULLGRIN with like the half treaded, half hover type style and everything like that of a future tank, you know. But there we go. And then if you actually want further comparisons, we actually have, and just let me, sorry about that everybody, just let me bring this in over here and give you a little bit more light. And then there goes Quake and Quake from Titans Returns and everything. So we actually have Quake's driver right here. There we are. We have Quake's driver right over here and everything, who is actually the headmaster of the figure and everything, and more on that a little bit later on. But like, there we go. And then from this, from Future Tank to Earthian Tank, I really like the way that actually looks. That's actually like a really, really great transition from like one end to the other. So let us get into a little bit more of the marvel that this guy is, and let's get into transformation into robot mode and check out how amazing this guy looks as soon as he explodes from tank mode into robot mode. Let's do it. Headshot! And before we actually get into transformation, I love storing these guys right over here and over here, because then you can actually kind of like unfurl them, and then let's like give him a little bit more firepower. I love that a lot. You can actually put them over here, or you can actually kind of like store them on the top over here as well. You actually have like a couple of 5mm ports right on either side and everything. So that's actually really, really nice. I am really digging this guy so much and everything. A couple of his tolerances are actually off, and I have to go back and fix them myself and everything. And I know a lot of people would have actually like are actually kind of like upset about like a few of the tolerances that are actually on him and everything. They kept on saying that he actually felt cheap. I don't really feel as though this guy actually feels as cheap, but the tolerances could actually be worked on where you actually have like maybe tighter legs and that sort of thing. But let's get into transformation. First off, let's get into it by bringing his turret down this way. We'll actually detach his legs right over here and over here, and then we'll actually start unfurling everything like right over at the waist. We'll then come over here and detach his legs right here, and I love this leg transformation. It's a very, very cool. We'll actually bring this up right over here. There's a little arm that's actually on the bottom. We'll bring his feet out this way and then out this way, and then we'll come over here, we'll unfurl this right over here and bring it onto the inside. And be careful with this. There are two settings for where his legs are actually set. So let's bring this up over here and then bring this right in just like so. And then we'll bring all of this in. We'll bring this over here and then bring his feet over here, and then just give that a little bit of a tuck all of that in. And there goes one of his feet all done up. And it's actually really great transformation. That engineering's great to me and everything. I really love that. So let's go over here again. We'll unfurl it here. We'll actually bring his leg out and to the side. We'll come over here, and it's just like a simple order of operations. There's actually this little piece right over here that you actually have to accordion back into this cavity right when you're actually going back into tank mode. It's not really that hard to get into it, but it's actually really, really, like the first couple of times I actually had to get used to it, no lie. And I actually had SKULLGRIN as like my guide and everything like that to actually kind of like lead me through this whole thing. But there we go. And then we'll just put that just like so. We'll bring all of this down here, and then we'll bring this down and then just curl that in, and then right there we'll actually rest that right into that cavity there, and then he'll actually you actually have like a couple of areas here where it actually sticks in. So Let's see if I can actually see if I could show you right where it's supposed to be. In fact, there we go. I just wanted to bring in a little bit of extra light so you can actually see a little bit more of the action here. And then just bring this in. Now there's a peg that's actually right in here that goes right over here and everything. So you can actually just squeeze that in. And then there we go. And then that's actually that leg all together. Then we'll straighten him up a little bit. And then just let me bring out the camera just a little bit. And then we'll take the hands, we'll unpeg them right here. We'll actually start bringing down the shoulder pieces just like that. It's actually on a small slider. We'll bring all of this out and then we'll actually remove his chest piece and then bring all of that down. Close up the chest. Unfurl the hands from underneath his arm cavity right over here. I don't have any nails right now, so hold on, just let me do this and then bring this out. Okay, again, so we'll actually come over here and bring out his hands just like that. And then we'll come over here and do the same thing on this side. And then you, obviously, I think you can actually come over here. Oh, there we go. And then you can actually just like grab onto like a little pegging piece that's actually right in here and then bring out his hands. And there we are. And now we have Quake in robot mode. I really love this guy. Let's check this guy out. I really love the shit out of Quake here. This guy is just such a badass. He's so cool. Those red eyes right over there are great amongst along with the gold face and everything. Just such a stellar design on that face there and everything. I love like the back over here and everything. Like that helmet is actually like really exquisite and everything. Going down the body details and everything. We actually have some vents on his chest over here and everything. Decepticon symbol prominently done right over there. I kind of wish we actually had like a little bit of like an outline there and everything to kind of like distinct that Decepticon symbol away from like the blue chest and everything, which I'm really loving. I'm really loving these colors and everything all together. He's actually very much his G1 self and everything, but like he's just got like so much more going for him. I'm loving the shins right over here, the treads and everything. The empty space over here, it's actually okay. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is and everything like that. And then as far as like these are actually concerned, what I actually like doing, and you can actually use these pieces right over here as like say blasters and everything for his hands. And I know a lot of people are actually kind of like complaining about the fact that you actually kind of like take out the blasters sometimes and his hands actually come along with them and everything. I try to minimize that as much as possible, but like you could actually kind of like put these two guys into his hands and he's got like blaster friends for life, you know? Like that's actually just great stuff right there. But like what I really love doing is I love putting these guys underslung under his arms right over here. You actually have a couple of pegs here, and you actually have, just like on SKULLGRIN, you actually have another peg right over here that you can actually implement these guys into. And here we go, and look at this. Now he's got battering rams on his arms and everything, so I am loving that so much. Like, I love the fact that he can actually kind of like KO bigger bots and everything like that just by using these guys all together. And if he actually needs some heavy artillery, he is ready to deploy these guys right over here. I love that so much on this guy. He's just so great. And like when I actually found out that, when I saw that extra playability that was actually on this guy, it just like put him way above 11 for me and everything. I really love this guy so much. His articulation follows as this. He actually has not really an up and down, but like this piece right over here kind of like brings him up and down just slightly and everything. You actually have a 360 right on his head, uninhibited. You can actually rock this all around and everything. This actually comes as a separate piece that actually comes in that little Autobot baggie that I actually love to death and everything. You know what I mean? Like, I love that to death. Hasbro, I really hope you don't stop making bots or anything like that, because like I heard about your move over to Boston and everything. And I really hope that all the rumors aren't true and everything, that you keep on making these guys, because this guy is just brilliant. The engineering on this guy is just super fantastic. You can actually, he's got a 360 all around on this shoulder right over here in a rotator. You can actually like bring his arms all the way up like this and everything like that. That's actually really nice. You actually have like upper bicep rotation right over here. You have like an elbow bend that's actually like a lot more than 90 degrees, so that's actually really nice. As per transformation, you can actually like move this arm back and forth and everything, so that's actually really cool too. And just let me get this guy back over here. You have waist articulation right over here, so that's really nice. You can actually kick all the way up, so it's like right in the face, you know what I mean? And that's actually really cool. Big boot. I love that a lot. You actually have a really decent donkey kick right over here, so that's actually really great. You can actually do some van damage, you know, so he actually has some kung fu articulation right over there, so that's actually really nice. You have thigh swivel, you have a knee bend right over here also, so that's actually really nice. And a little bit of, yeah, there we go. You have like your articulation right over here as far as the ankles are actually concerned. So no toe tapping action unless you're actually transforming them or anything, because like you actually have this piece right over here that's actually going right into the heel. But aside from that, this guy is just great. I love what this guy actually does. You know, just like one more time, let's just give this guy a little bit of a spin and everything so you can actually see what he actually does. This guy is just like, just a really great tough guy bot and everything. I really love this guy. He's just awesome. And size comparisons for our Decepticon Bruiser right over here. We actually have Quake and Titans Returns Quake here, and I've heard a lot of people actually talk about like they really won't separate themselves from this version of Quake, and I get it, you know, like I get the fact that this version of Quake is actually very cool in like a lot of people's arms and everything like that. I love this guy myself and everything. He's actually like, he was just like a really great standard for Quake back in the day. But I'll tell you one thing, this guy really won my heart over and everything like that. Like this guy just brought everything to me, even from like the denser face sculpt and everything. That's actually really great. He looks so much more unhappy in this one, and that makes me happy. You know, like this guy is just like really awesome. And then we'll actually have Quake and the Horrors of SKULLGRIN. And one thing I'll actually tell you is that Razel Kane and I always have a debate about this guy and everything, about SKULLGRIN here. I still love this guy. I mean, I hate the fact that they actually made a squishy face on him and everything like that. I really wish that they would have actually kind of like said, you know guys, to those of you who actually bought this SKULLGRIN, just kidding, here's a real head. You know what I mean? Because like this guy should not have a squished face whatsoever or anything like that. It's a skull, damn it. It's a skull. But let me tell you something. These guys comparatively are so great next to each other. I loved this guy a lot. I love this guy even more and everything. This guy actually just put in the full moxie and everything. I love this guy so much, you know? If you guys actually decided to go off and pick this guy up, he is really well worth your time. At least I think so anyway. I love this guy so much. In any case, I love this guy. I love this guy so much. Anyway, I'm gonna give you final thoughts in just a moment. So I really love this guy. I started enjoying this guy as soon as I actually saw him in package and everything, and I could actually see the full potential of this guy. Now, word to the wise is that he actually does come with like quite a few loose joints and everything like that. There are like a couple of things here and there that I actually have to go into with like the keys or the floor polish. But like aside from that, it hasn't stopped me from enjoying this guy for everything that he's actually bringing. I love this guy so much and everything. Probably one of my top 10 favorite Decepticon molds and everything, you know, and I think that this guy just like really brings the right attitude even more than SKULLGRIN actually did, you know? So like, he's actually just like super fantastic. I love the robust plastic that's actually used on him. I like, there's some people who actually kind of like felt like he actually felt kind of light. I didn't really see that issue with myself or anything like that. I think he's actually really, really cool. So if you get a chance to go out and get him, go out and get him. He just looks like a brawler. And then when you actually add Heater and Tip Top over to him and everything, he just looks like he's actually just got like the right armament to like solve any hostile negotiation, and he's actually just like really great. If you get a chance to go out there, go get him. And that's it from me. I really appreciate each and every one of you coming back in once again for my Troop Through Nerddom. I love talking with you guys about these figures, these plastic robots, even like these superhero figures that I actually do have here and everything. I love talking about them and everything, and I love talking about them with you. So once again, come back over and join me once again. Remember, you can actually hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That's actually like a small like click for you, but it would actually mean a lot to me and everything, and growing my viewership and everything, you know? I really appreciate you all for coming in. Come back again soon. As always, treat yourselves amazingly, treat yourselves mindfully. Make sure that love and affection are actually parts of our vocabulary and everything as you bring that across to each and every person out there, because love is an action word. Make sure you actually share it with yourselves, share it with everyone around you, friends, best enemies, everyone. And as always, send all those good intentions and that love right through the universe. Send it out there into the ether. Bring it back down over here to HQ, because I could always use some of that love in myself. And as always, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. I look forward to talking to each and every one of you soon.